how can I survive? Because we're coming from the place of trauma. But if you can heal the trauma, and if you can bring yourself into the place of a grounded, strengthened place, and you can do this with Reiki, you can do this with energy work, you can do this with meditation, you can do this with chanting, you can do this with praying, and you can do it with God. 100% you can do it with God. So whatever of those modalities work, and I'm sure there's a lot more. I know other people that use sport. That's their holy place. Yeah. Where they take on their fears and they work their way through it. So right at the top of the deck, I've got personal Jesus. You've got to be your own personal Jesus, man. I'm saying man because I think I'm reading for some guys here. Yeah. You've got to be your own personal Jesus. You've got to go deep. And from that deep place, and I feel like, I keep looking at health. Whoever this is quite ill. Illness is actually the original trigger for us, our soul to do some growth. Is also our immune system grows and gets stronger. But when there is spiritual growth in illness and we overcome the illness, it may never even come back ever again. So it's a deep thing to be ill. It's a profound thing. And if you do the process and you move through it the way that you need to move through it, opening the heart, even when you're afraid, most of all when you're afraid, opening the heart. The truth is that reflecting love is a shield. Not just a shield, but a beautiful shield. Because when you come across people, I think when we're in fear a lot of the time, we think everyone's out to get us, right? It's very hard to trust who is trustworthy and who is not. When you have that open heart, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Help me expand. Money 12, my star. It's a very sweet little song by Pixel and Anushka. I would advise that you go and hear it. You've probably not heard it if you live in the UK. I only heard it because I had a French singing client that came in and played it, and it was gorgeous. Instead of taking on the fear of others, I reflect love. My star. I think this is also about, having your talents shine. Yeah, your talents really start to shine when you're reflecting love and taking on the fear of others instead of taking on the fear of others, right? You don't need to absorb that. You don't need to absorb other people's fear. When you're doing your work, you don't need to absorb the fear of others. Right. I like this. It's like a wee question and answer, these wee shadow work readings. When I move my body, I feel empowered, cleansed, and strong. So, whoever this visionary king is, I suggest it's time to go get going. Start moving. Start shifting things. Go to the gym. I've got a cheek to talk, by the way. But I go to the gym, get healthy, start doing weights. I'm seeing this is, the stag is like peak masculinity in terms of instincts and the way that they hold themselves. Boxing, some kind of combat sport, might be good for you, might be something you do already. But that might be your place where you get to really process your dark night of the soul. And the more that you do the internal work, the more your health will start to fix up, the more your peace will start in your mind, and the more love will be in your heart. Things that make you high vibrational. What else have we got? Right, left hand. This is a question. Okay, ancestors. Bring it up. Polar bear. So it's just not what my granny did. It's just not what my granddad did. It's just not what. It's not how we do things, right? That's the question. That's not how we do things. Your health doesn't care how you did things. Your health doesn't care about history. Your health cares about you living and surviving and doing well and keeping things going. We're in a different time now, and all of these things are possible, where we can really transform at the root the source of the suffering and completely transform our experience of this world. Pulling from the left hand. Don't stand so close to me. Feeling a worry of being ostracized. A worry of being ostracized. A worry of being alone. Will I be alone if I go on this journey? Possibly. It's a holy journey. But all kings should go on a holy journey. I think that's a medieval thing, isn't it? You used to go on a pilgrimage. Don't stand so close to me. A fear of being judged for being a bit weird. Remember who you are. You are a wild stag. You are powerful and you are strong. And as you move through this situation of having to go through this dark night of the soul, you will feel more empowered, cleansed and strong. And the ill communication of the past, because I would say, see a fucker like that, like, you're a weirdo. They're probably not your friends, right? They might not be your friends. Folk are calling you a weirdo, they don't want to hang out with you anymore because you're going through something. They may be not your friends. But you will find real friends along this journey of the dark night of the soul. So a lot of it needs to be done alone. It can't be done around other people because you have to balance out all the energy. And there's a degree of like, yes, you have to guard your energy. Don't stand so close to me. Guard your energy. Some people can't come in. You need to be alone to go through what you need to go through, because there's too much energy flowing through your body. I don't know what your particular gifts are, man, but whatever those gifts are, those true gifts are, they need to be honed carefully, and they need to be enlightened, and they need to be brought up, and you need to be able to balance them carefully as well. Your ma. Internal mother. The way that our mother and our father speak to us, our mum and our dad, right? The way that they speak to us gives us a kind of a framework for how we speak to ourselves. This is something you need to remember with your own kids, if you have kids. that the way that we talk to our children is the way that they will talk to themselves as they grow up. How hard they're going to be on themselves. How courageous they're going to be. Right? When we start working with love, the power of love, we start having a much stronger connection to the mother, the internal mother that we have. And she will love just loves, right? Enlightenment is wise and the highest wisdom, right? So internal mother, internal father, you can say that's your love and that's your enlightenment. And in my heart, I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy. But once you reconnect with these parts of yourself,